aka Boo. He gave you a little spill about his circumstances, how his mindset changed, and also some insight on what's going on in prison, and basically what the system has put in place to help keep the individuals occupied and take them away from the law library, trying to get out of prison and better themselves and things like that. So they put these incentives and they said it's supposed to help men get better, but you're putting video games and things like that in front of grown men where they're still locked in and they're not taking responsibility for themselves or taking accountability for themselves and saying that I actually have to be a man, not by you being a man as if your shape of your body and your age, but being a man by your characteristics. That's what makes an individual a man, is their characteristics. And like he also explained, men take care of their family. They work or own businesses, entrepreneurs, or whatever the case may be. And as far as their profession, they take care of their families and not destroying their families, which a lot of us have been a part of, being destructive, selling narcotics, robbing, harming people by violence, and etc. So we understand that now. So this is the reverse way of turning that negative into a positive, and trying to put our brains together and try to move forward and create a better platform for ourselves and others. And we're not just worrying about ourselves. We're not selfish in this situation. We're trying to help people in general, not only just our community, but also inspire other individuals from their community to tag along and learn some things, talk about some things, and find out ways how we can correct it. And we're trying to stop the pipeline to prisons from out here, from the outside now. Because we did that. We ran into jail. We went into jail. We ran around in jails, and we caught a lot of cases, or whatever the case may be. We did a lot of stupidity at one point in time. And so now we're trying to do that which is more constructive.
Man, that's definitely dope. I really enjoyed talking to him, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For him to be doing that time and still could laugh, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's a strong individual.
Dangerous part about it. Like, that's that right there is a person that you look at and be like, oh, he could take it any moment.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I can't imagine not being home. Like I ain't even gonna lie. Like I can't imagine not being home, bro. Just doing something simple as middle of the night, I could just go walk right outside and just sit outside if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Which is right now, I wouldn't really care too much about it because I'm home. Yeah. But you know how I get. Y'all been in there, you know what I'm saying? It'd be little simple stuff that you like, dang.
Yeah.
Like just to smell a female. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that ain't the part that tripped me out. The part that tripped me out was the PlayStation thing. Cause listen, I'm a gamer. Anybody know I'm a 2K bull. I'm one of them bulls. I'm good at that joint. I ain't trying to play no game with my life on the line. Listen, I'm trying to figure out how we gonna get out of here. How I'm not gonna go back. And like bro was saying, bro said they had it when he was up there. I'm like, you was playing the game? Because he played the game at home. He was like, no, I wasn't playing no game. And I'm just like.
And what they said was perfect. But
it's like, it's definitely a distraction. It's a distraction out here. Yeah. Like, we get distracted by playing the game out here. But imagine being in near the type of distraction it is.
But that type of distraction, having that type of distraction in jail can cost you your freedom.
No, seriously.
It can cost you your freedom and it can cost you your life.
Yeah.
Because when I was in that joint, I think he said, what, they got PS5s now?
Yeah, PS5.
See, when I was in there, when I left, they had PS4s.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So you had dudes who got life sentences, dudes doing 50 years, 100 years, whatever. And and I watched the young boy come up, and instead of him going right to the law library to try to figure out his case and get back in court, every morning he was in the day room at 6:30 playing the game. 6:30 playing the game. No, you supposed to be in that law library.
How much time you said he had?
He had a life sentence. You understand what I'm saying? At 19 years old. You understand what I'm saying? So, and his whole priority every day, his routine was to come out and play the game. And that year that I was on the block with him, he never went to the law library. Never, not one time.
Damn.
Now you playing with your, so you comfortable with a life sentence because you get to play the game every day. At that time, it was what I think 2K25 or 24. I came home in 2023.
Yeah.
So that was 2K24. Yeah, they playing 2K24, Madden 2024. You know what I'm saying? But this is what y'all want to do every day.
Yeah, I just couldn't understand it. But like you said, it distracts people from doing the necessary thing, like trying to figure out how to go home, how to better your situation, how to become a better person.
Yeah.
Like, you understand? It's a distraction out here.
How to never come back.
How to never come back. You ain't even worried about it, especially when you like 18, 19.
You feel me? Because we ain't going over folks' crib that we don't feel comfortable at. Like, damn, Auntie drunk. She got all the mice running around, the roaches and all. We ain't going over there because we uncomfortable. So we don't even want to go back once we leave that joint. That joint make it to where it's it's nice in here. Yeah, you might got to punch on a few people, but sometimes some people
But I
just like that.
see in jail, they make it comfortable so again to take that distraction from you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, put you in that phase of being distracted.
Right.
And another thing is being distracted. So they put these systems, game systems, and certain things in place to not only distract you from your freedom, as in going back into the streets,
Right.
but it also distracts you from committing crimes. And this is their logic. Extra crimes while you're in prison, right? From fighting each other, people saying that mental illness, and like he was saying, like being distressed, being under distress and stressing out and being depression and etc. Whatever the case may be, right? So that's what they try to put in the system to help that. At the same time, okay, we understand it, but that's not good. It's not something for us. Prison is nothing that a human being should be housed at, should be confined to. You see what I mean? Like, it's not for us.
Right.
So you have to also understand like what's going on in there and also out there. Out here in the streets.
Right.
I mean out there, but out here in the streets. Right? So you're convicting a person consistently. Outside of prison and inside of prison. You're convicting an individual when he goes for an interview and he's trying to get a job and you saying, no, you're not the right candidate. He's being convicted. So due to him being convicted, now this individual that's interviewing you, HR, whatever the case may be, they are turned into a judge. Where knowingly that a lot of us growing up is hard for us. It's hard for us. So you don't even want to give the individual a chance. So his sentence is him having to fill out more applications. Trying to find transportation to get to XYZ, whatever the job may be at, the distance. Maybe asking somebody for some help when people would turn you away. So then that's dealing with pride and whatever the case may be, like he was saying, the other guy, right? This guy is already sentenced and he's in a situation where he's trying to survive and he's going through trades or whatever to get extra food.
Right.
So this is a part of his sentence. This is the thing that he's going through while he's sentenced. But his conviction is the part that messed him up, that might have made him a little bit more weaker, vulnerable, you mean, and put him in them stages. I mean, and alhamdulillah, to the grace of Allah, that Ramin is not in that situation, right? And like I was telling y'all before, when I was in prison, that's my whole thing, is to uplift the men, right? Because I seen people hang themselves. I see people crash out due to the simple fact they believe that nobody's on the outside is helping them or holding them down, right? So we give up on each other so easily, right? So, and this is another thing why I'm grateful that I'm Muslim, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even talk about making excuses, right? And the person is allowed to repent multiple times and being forgiven, right? And us as human beings, we don't even try to practice this. Not 1 second. We don't try to practice this whatsoever. We don't practice it at all. It's like, oh man, he crossed me once, or I helped him out with a job and he ain't do right, or look at his jacket. I'm not gonna give him this chance, and whatever the case may be. All right, if that's the case, we understand that. But do some brainstorming, right? Just like I mentioned before about 100,000, and that's something small. It's just like a little small amount. But if I got this 100,000, Dirty is good mentally where he can put clothes and images and things like that together, right? Let me lock him in with a contract, right? And help support what he got going on, right? That maybe Joe could be a salesperson, right? Maybe we can use him to throw the pictures out there, to advertise, and whatever the case may be, right? Maul might be comfortable and good in driving. He might not mind traveling from A to B because he did so much prison time, so he cool with, I can travel to Maryland, I can travel to New York, I can travel to California, and things like that. So why not put a box truck company in place, right, to help Maul get a job? Now, all 3 individuals have a job, and also including me, right? Because I'm the individual that got the money. So each one teach one, but we all helping each other, right? And we open-minded to these things. So in prison, it was the same formality, right? And like I was explaining before, I used to be in there. So fortunately, my safety net and my support was heavy, and I didn't burn people out. I wasn't in prison, I need an e-cigarette. I wasn't in prison like I needed some boxing, I need X, Y, Z, whatever the case may be, whatever these boys, alcohol and all this other stuff. I wasn't one of them type of dudes that fell into my vices. I was the type of dude that went in there, started reading, learning, trying to figure ways to get myself together, working out, and whatever else it was there for me to help me, benefit me. Right. But at the same time, if I grew a connection with a group of people, I try to help them out with all the resources that I had. So I wasn't selfish. So it was days I might have fed 5 to 10 people. I don't really want to put it out there, but this is what's going on, just to give you reality of what was going on. I might have fed 5 to 10 people. Right? We just had big cook-up. Ramin was the cook-ups on our block in upstate.
Right.
So I used to be like, he used to be like, man, I don't feel like it. I'm like, bro, if you don't feel like it, it's cool, but if you do, let me know. And sometimes he used to give in and be like, all right, I'm gonna look out. And I'm like, bro, we just wanna help the people. Right? Not only just because they Muslim, but just help the people. Because some people don't have that love. Some people don't have that genuine relationship. Bro, I done sat in jails where once some of these people was my enemies on the street. I wasn't on my South Philly joint, but they was enemies on the street, and they might have came in, and whatever took place, but we got over it as men. Why? Because of our circumstances.
Right.
Our circumstances would changes an individual and make us men and say, listen, we got to put our differences to the side. It wasn't that deep. Especially when you start seeing other people, right? Like also, Dirty was saying, he didn't see too much bad in our community until he stepped out of our community and seen the struggles of other people. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like you being in prison. It's like, we went through it. We did what we did. When we went in jail, we like, man, these boys really toe up.
Yeah.
They really messed up. So basically it's like giving a plan and doing something more productive, right? And like I was mentioning before about people reaching out. So you got a lot of OAs that's around here in this area, right? They work for the union. How many of them that came to you and offer you a job?
I never did that.
You see what I'm saying? So these things you got to think about. And the reason why they say, why you don't respect your old head, he ain't never do nothing. He my old head. What is he talking about? Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I feel like make you do the hokey pokey because you a nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like you. Because simple fact is, I don't like you because you always got something. Y'all be having something to say, but y'all don't have nothing to do. Solution. No solution to the problem. But you gonna speak about the problem. Why do you speak about the problem so much you not helping?
You ain't trying. You ain't making an effort to change the
whatsoever.
situation.
Just saying all them young.
That's like saying it's dirty as shit outside, but you don't never come out and try to clean the block.
Right. Speak your own property.
Oh yeah, you ain't even setting a good example. Like,
right.
So That's definitely true. We watch a lot of people, what you call that, like criticize, be hypocrites. Like I just now was peeping, like you said, oh, we got people with the union jobs. Not just the union jobs. It's people that's around. There's certain people that's around that they're working at their little SEPTA jobs, not just SEPTA, little factory jobs. You got a little juice. Why you ain't try to get nobody pulled in?
But you know what they gonna say? I tried to get Philan in the job, and he went.
So I was through with everybody. Like one person messed up, you through with everybody. Man, come on, dang. Everybody got their own personalities. Everybody individual.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, God honest truth. I just now got laid off. That job, before I got laid off at that job, I tried to bring every last one of my friends there.
Yeah, he definitely
look,
did. They
look, both of them.
They
ain't like me. That's the only reason I should have went through somebody else. But I'm gonna try to put my friends on whatever I got going on.
Yeah.
And some people I try to put on wasn't even my friends. I just feel like, listen, what is going to hurt me to help a black man feed his family? Now, this the thing, though. See, I'm a working guy. Like, I done worked in all these warehouses and stuff. So,
he was a kid.
Since I was a kid, I started working at like 13. So, I realized this. It's like we said, we gotta change the narrative because it's not just like on the streets. It's in them jobs also. You understand? It's like crab in the barrel mentality. They be anyway they'll point out the wrongdoing of others if it'll keep the heat off them.
Right.
They gotta. I used to work at the liquor control board back in the day, so it used to be like you load the trucks. Now, that's a hard job. I watch physically fit men, husky, in shape, work out all day. They get in them trucks and fold, man. Right? People used to sit there at the desk while the product coming down, your light blinking. That means you behind. Sit there next to the supervisor and talk down on that man that's in that truck trying. It confused me. I'm like, dang, why y'all doing that? Like, what do you get out of that? So at first it was bothering me. It was bothering me. The whole culture was bothering me, and I realized that's at a lot of places. I told them they don't pay enough here. I told her, oh yeah, they don't pay enough here. You talking? No, this good money. We got benefits. We work for the state. All this. I said, no, it don't pay enough for you to not want that man to feed his family. Cause he get hungry, he'll blow your head off in the Chinese store. He'll rob you. Niggas gonna try to feed their families, bro. So when you at some of them factory jobs, some of them jobs, we gotta be mindful that you gotta influence. It might not be you understand? You talking about, oh, I'm gonna give you a prime example. My homie, he gonna watch this too. They used to call her, something. He used to crack at a pallet, right? They jokingly started making fun of him about it. In front of the supervisors, everybody. Now, everybody, you know that got embedded in them people's head and they fired that man. Not the fact that he come to work every day, he a hard worker. They remember that he crack a pallet every day. But unknowingly, I don't think my homie did this on purpose, but unknowingly, that was the reason they fired him. That was their reason for firing the guy. I'm just saying all this because I feel like we as a people, not just like we as a people got a problem with helping each other. We will really jump in the way even when we see somebody trying to do good. And we scared for other people to do better than us.
Yeah, that's a bad joke right there.
That's the worst.
I seen Gatekeep, but before I get to that, I just want to say, hey, aunties, to my aunties, when I said the aunt who crib got the roaches and the rats and I wasn't talking about your crib, auntie. I just was talking about
none of my aunties.
Just saying. Just let y'all know. Y'all watch it, I gotta make sure I correct that. But I've seen Gatekeepers, people that got plugs and different things that they could put you onto, like they could plug you right, like we was just saying the job and all that. They could plug you right into a great situation for yourself. You're not even asking for as much as they making or whatever like that. You just need to get in somewhere. And they'll sit there and give you every excuse in the book. Every time you turn around, dang bro, what happened to the job? Oh man, you know what happened? Man, them dudes, they got their family and all that. They got their family in there, bro. Like, it's about knowing people and all that. But I know you, bro. You've been there for about 25, 30 years. You don't know nobody. You ain't cool with not one person that became of status.
But sometimes it be like that.
Not 25, 30 years.
Listen,
You know one of them supervisors that been there as long as you.
Sometimes it be that way. Like, I'm not saying like all the time, but like sometimes it really be like a favoritism like thing, like where you could be at a job. You think about it, I just now was one of the highest, been there the longest. I was one of the second person on my shift, the highest, and when they came to laying people off, they chose me.
But we talking about 2 generations.
I know people that bro.
Now don't get me wrong, a mute, one of them dudes that just go to work and come home, 25 years, 30 years at a job, bro.
Listen, bro. I know it's
You
people
know some type of
25
supervisor,
years
manager or something.
with no JU ice at they joint. They don't got no JU ice. But I respect somebody that tried.
Yeah,
Like, you understand? I knew I didn't have no JU ice. I told them. Like, bro, matter of fact, I told you. I don't got no, but we gonna try. We gonna try. We gonna get y'all in this joint. This joint gonna feel like the block. We about to have fun.
We definitely was everybody doing this shit.
We filling that joint out. Jovi done came to
a cookout.
cookouts. Oh,
That joint like, yeah. I'm turning right up in that joint. Like I work with them.
but
Get
sometimes
food too.
you just don't got that juice at your job. I understand that, but for the people that do got some influence, if you got a little influence, it's not gonna hurt you to help somebody out at all. Like,
even dudes that got influence don't want to help niggas.
nah,
And that's the sad part. You're in position to help somebody. So if a young boy come to you asking for an opportunity, and you see something many that you be like, oh man, dang, no, he might be affecting my position. You feel what I'm saying? So no, I ain't gonna give him a opportunity. But you sit and you talk about giving people opportunities, but you sit out your mouth that you're gonna give a nigga an opportunity and you see something in it. So that contradicts what you're standing for. What it's saying is, if I see some type of potential in you that you can succeed and you can do this better than me, no. But if you come to me for an opportunity, but I'm looking at you like, yeah, he ain't gonna succeed in this field. So I'm gonna give him an opportunity.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna give it to somebody that's gonna always need you.
Right.
You know they're going.
That's not gonna prosper.
Exactly.
But
so that's,
you ain't gonna give it to a dude that you like, yo, I see something great in you. So, but your mindset should be, if I see something great in you, why not help nurture that seed?
that's just like I'm one of them people. Well, not just me and my homies. I root for mine. Like, I root for mine. I don't know how everybody else work. I think it done became cool to be a hater. And don't get me wrong.
I ain't a part of our team. They won it. That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. But I'm talking about, like, I can't sing. I never get on the joint. I say, yo, I got my karaoke singer. My karaoke singer better than your karaoke singer.
Yeah.
Joe's my karaoke singer. How we gonna do this?
How we gonna sing one time on it, Joe? One time for the one time.
One time for the one time. But like, you understand? I look at stuff like that. I don't understand. Like, I don't care. Like, I got friends of mine that get way more money than me, way more better situations. I big them up, little bro. Karen. You just now seen him in the I'm happy for my friends. So if I meet somebody and we genuinely friends and we cool and you got a good vibe, I feel like if you winning, I'm winning. Cause if you around me, I'm thorough enough. I know you, any opportunity I get, I'm gonna try to give you a chance at the opportunity.
Yeah, but you got a lot of people that's winning don't give other people
Nah,
opportunities.
because like he
what
said,
he just
they
mentioned.
scared.
It's not even just they scared. It just they selfish. They and they don't want to put other people
self-preservation
in better predicament. That's just like right. When you think about it, right? Like how we going from negative to positive, right? If we in the hood and something going on, right? And we was in whoever the chest out, chin up dudes is, right? And whoever that's just a little bit more calm, cool, collected, fall back, whatever it is, they get money. And dudes doing whatever they doing out there. And everybody just, doing all this. And he trying to put people on, put them in better positions and things like that. Or people just, just doing some sucker stuff. And this chest out, chin up boy come around and be like, listen, this is what's going on, X, Y, Z. Joe, my man, Dirty, my man, whatever the case is, Born, my man, whatever y'all had going on, that's cool. But all the rest of y'all gotta fall in line, or else. They fall in line. Because you have somebody that can check the situation. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, if you create a company, you just got a company. You see what I'm saying? You don't got to put the person on the same level as you. Or groom him. Nurture the seed, like he said, and let him work his way up. Yeah. Or let her work her way up. See what I'm saying? Like, we already got this selfish mentality. This destructive or, harming our own or not letting our own individuals get to the full potential or get where they need to be. Exactly. It's always like an interior motive.
Yeah. Nah, that's real trash. Like, listen, y'all know I missed last episode because I was helping my aunt. I'm strong on helping my family.
Yeah, trash.
It's like,
they love you more. They love you, man.
Yeah,
he opened up a moving company. he got a moving company. He ain't charging you nothing.
He ain't gonna charge. Holla. Ain't he bringing the U-Haul?
That's if you my aunt.
They ain't trying to line you up, Beavis.
They don't know.
Listen, so, boom. I was watching the clips and bro said he ain't pro-black because,
Yeah.
And I understand exactly what he meant. Mm-hmm. But I'm super pro-black.
Yeah,
like,
understand.
No, y'all have no idea. I can't say
they don't, but we know.
But shout out to Malcolm, Dr. Khalid Muhammad. That's them my old heads. You understand me? But
kept that to yourself.
But I feel like it's more so of when I say being pro-black, it's like being for black people. All right, I look at bro like he pro-black. He for the people. Like, you understand? Anybody that's for our people and to try to uplift our people, I don't care what you did, you're pro-black. You understand?
Yeah.
Ain't no revolution never been started without blood spilled. Malcolm said that. I just had to throw that in there. So, we go through our hardships, but we heavy pro-black people. We for our people, and it's just a lot going on in this world now.
I'm definitely for the people.
And for the people.
And I'm definitely, trying to, make change. You understand what I'm saying? Use the influence that we had to influence the negative down for the positive. You understand what I'm saying? And try to change the narrative.
So you're a revolutionary.
So we try to change the narrative that we actually can come together.
Brother Jamal.
We actually can trust each other.
Nah, facts.
You feel what I'm saying?
I think
and then not being afraid to ask each other for help.
Nah, that's serious. Like, because people are prideful, man.
Yeah, you gotta people on.
Nah, people are so prideful. They'll sit there hungry.
Yeah.
And won't ask for help.
And won't ask for, like, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't that prideful. Listen, I see you. Listen, bro. What we doing? How we gonna figure this out?
Yeah.
Sometimes pride can be detrimental. To be too prideful, that can really hurt you. Like, I watch people put their backs against the wall because they're too prideful. And you'll be the first person that'll jump. Like, why would I sit there and be quiet knowing I'm going through something and only thing I gotta do is ask Jove. Only thing I gotta do is ask you. All I gotta do is ask. Why would I be so prideful? Yeah. Like, you understand?
But you gotta think about some people don't want to feel like needy.
Yeah, but
you see what I'm saying?
It's a difference though. Like, bro, it's a difference. Like, no, I don't want. All right, I understand that. You don't want people in your personal business. I understand that. you don't want to feel like. I even understand that, but to a certain extent, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
especially if it's your main guy. They
yeah,
can see the struggle.
yeah,
They see what you going through.
They part of the struggle with you,
Yeah.
cause like it's a chain reaction. If I walk around depressed all day, then I come around Juvie depressed all day. Now I'm bringing that energy on, bro.
Yeah.
He ain't signing up for that. Let's figure out how we gonna change this circumstance, cause you melting me right now. Like I'm trying to figure out.
Right. Exactly.
So it's a chain reaction. So we all gotta get to work on. Stop being so
But
prideful.
that also goes to show you who is your friend or your brother or not. Because my brother ain't gotta tell me he's struggling. Cause I'ma see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'ma see it like, man, like my bro going through something right now. Come here real quick, bro. Look, fuck you need. All right, listen. This is how we gonna get it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I ain't even got X. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
but-
what it is.
but
Then you got
no.
some dudes that's in position to help their homie, and they see their homie struggling. But instead of him going right at him, he waits till he coming to him. To me, that's not a true friend.
Yeah.
No.
Because you wait until your homie come and ask you. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's like, in your mind, you want him to come to you on his knees begging you. And you know you got the bag. You feel what I'm saying? And you know your man struggling. But instead of you just offering it, or you saying, dang, man, my man going through something, I'm gonna help him out. You know what I'm saying? And you know he really like ain't gonna come to you unless he really need it. So now, but your pride, because you wanna feel good, you gonna wait till he come to you and beg you for something. To me, that ain't a true friend.
That ain't a true friend, but also sometimes people are just good at covering things up.
I just
Like-
think, yeah.
Some
Like
people-
some people are great
Yeah,
at
some
some
people
people.
want that too, though. Like, then he came to me. Look, I put my man on. He came
Right.
to me. Somebody you need
All right, they ain't a true friend to
He
me.
like, hold up. You said that's your friend? That's your man? That's your homie?
But you talk
So
to
that means
right.
before you gave him what you gave him, you seen his struggle. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? But also, you seen what he can do for his skills. Right? So I was in prison. I was talking to this one of his old heads. Inshallah, he come home soon, very soon. So old head got over 40 years in prison, and he was talking about his folks, and they run around with this high profile individual, famous guy. And we gotta mention who they is, whatever the case may be, to keep their little things under wraps. But some of these dudes carry bag for this high profile athlete, right? And like I was saying before, everybody got a position. He might be having them boys carry his bags. It might be paying these boys $1,500 a week. You know what I'm saying? Might have gave them something up front. He go 50,000 and I'm gonna pay you X, Y, Z.
That's for the year.
You see what I mean? And some people be like, nah, I ain't doing that. Man, listen, give me them
I'm
bags.
a
I'm fine.
bad character.
But on top of that, though, you gotta understand who this person that you're running around with, right? The type of publicity that he gets, and the type of publicity that you're going to get by seeing, by people seeing you with him. You see what I'm saying?
Mr. Bentley was famous. Y'all say whatever.
But that's what I'm
want.
saying. But these things help put you in a better situation. So if I'm running around with the mall and he's this high profile individual and he paying me whatever he paying me for whatever my skill is, right? Whether it's washing his car, being his driver, whatever the case may be, and I really don't have to pay for too much. And you gotta be careful too, because some dudes will pay you, but they make you pay for your own stuff, traveling and all that too. They be goofy too. But if it was a situation where he not making me pay for all this stuff, and I got money to save, my whole time, me analyzing what's going on and experiencing what's going on, I'm learning too. So now I'm trying to figure out how to be an entrepreneur at the same time.
No,
Whether it's selling cars, selling
and not just
jewelry,
that, your
or selling
your
clothes.
face is attached to that person now.
Yeah.
Now it's like
So people
how
gonna
the
buy
barbers,
whatever you
like you know how you
want.
get the barber. Well, I ain't getting the barber in a long time, but for y'all that get the barbers, listen, they cut one celebrity head, one rapper head, and then they $250 a cut.
Yeah, but think about it though.
But that's
remember when
because
Dirk and them came out? Who we knew? Chief Keef. Well, who we seen on TV? Chief Keef. The next thing you know, Chicago just
blew up.
And you gotta think, Kanye was already out.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, though,
Chicago
like,
just went
a
up.
lot of these dudes was put in position and they was around for people
Right.
to put them on.
Exactly.
Like, we got people from Philly, and you see a lot of the young boys that's running around here wild saying certain dudes can't come back to the city, or certain people do come to the city and something might have took place, but they ain't put it out there. I mean, we know because we around, but at the end of the day, certain things took place, and people trying to figure out X, Y, Z, or now people at their differences and they exposing each other. Why? Because at the end of the day, when you had this limelight or this light on you, you really ain't help others. And we not saying give them everything.
Right.
Sometimes you can have a person around you, and just because he around you, whatever he create as far as a business plan, people are going to support it or buy into it because they assume he being around you is some type of benefit from it. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta look at everything all the way around the board. But my thing is though, why not help these people? Because when you go to back to your city and all that, you gotta pay for protection. You gotta put these people in place so they can protect you and everything else. But why wait? Why wait? You see what I'm saying? Like, even when we was in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, what you do? Oh, all right, you do boom, boom. All right, you gonna drive? What you do? You do boom, boom. Are you gonna do this? What you do? Boom, boom. You gonna do this? Matter of fact, y'all stuck on the block all day. Boom, boom. All right, listen, I'm gonna put some money to X, Y, Z, and y'all go ahead and do this. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. The simple fact is, I knew like these my guys or these people from my community, they gonna mess me over. No, I was trying to put them in a better situation. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't trying to benefit from nothing from it, but it was just creating that sense of love, respect, and kindness and generosity and things like that. So now that I'm on something productive, now I could go, hopefully I could go back and we get ties into jobs and things like that. Like, yo, I got this job, what you trying to do? All right, man, but I ain't got my license and all that. All right, man, I pay for that. That ain't about nothing. Just learn. If you already know how to drive, everything else is, is easy peasy. But I got you, I'm gonna pay for it. Right? But it's not nothing to brag about, but I did a good deed. I helped not only a person, but a family.
Mm-hmm. And that family helps the community.
Yeah, and that's what creates that whole village part. You dig what I'm saying? Each one teach one. So you gotta help. You should help the next man. Because one thing we do, criticize, blame, point the finger, talk about people, put each other down. Oh, he ain't stand on business. He ain't do this. He ain't do that. And everything else. Like, Ramin situation. Bro, I done seen 5 to 6 people, bro, come and say, we knew you ain't do it. I'm talking about the victim, the boy that got killed. His homie saying like, damn, we know you ain't do it. Just think about that. That boy got 20 years in, bro. And people coming in there and saying, they writing letters and everything. And they ain't trying to give them no rhythm how they got the system now because so many people get released. It's like a certain way you gotta go about it. But you got so many people coming forth saying, he ain't do it. But he's still in jail. But a person would be on Instagram talking about free him, free this man, free this man, free that man. And there's another thing about us, we Muslim, but we get caught up in a lot of stuff. I'm not saying any sin is greater than the next, whatever case may be, sin is sin. Whatever person stay away from, he stay away from. Whatever vices or whatever things he caught up in, hopefully, inshallah, eventually he can get over it. But you had these individuals be like, yeah, free my man, da-da-da-da. They just had the election going up or coming up, one of the two, I can't remember. Or no, they just had it to vote a lot of them judges out that was denying these boys' petition or PCRAs and things like that. Why them boys ain't take action to get them judges out of them chairs? To put new judges in there to give your homies a chance that you were saying free them so much. It's no action. Or why them dudes that grew up with Ramin and knew what was going on, or the opposite, didn't put affidavits in, like, man, I'm be honest, I really don't know who did it, but he ain't do it. Y'all really got an innocent man. Right. Or why they not creating a platform, or why they not putting it on their social media site. They talk about everything else, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but won't get on there like, listen, man, it's an innocent man in prison, I'm just coming out first. Because dudes scared, people don't care. You know what I'm saying? People don't care. And that's just how it is. So, by the grace of Allah, I'm glad that I was raised in a household where we was taught to care for others. Everybody wasn't raised like us, to care for one another. You see what I'm saying? Like, Ma grew up nothing for Norris. We all from 12th and 100. But once we got that bond, it's like, oh, that's bro.
Mm-hmm.
Even in his absence, we ain't crossing it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And vice versa. But the thing is, people don't understand that because a lot of us didn't come from that same cloth. You see what I'm saying? So you got a lot of these people running around and everybody like, man, we all for self. Do for self. Man, you's a fool. You don't have to do for self and still be on top. I mean, you ain't got to give the people everything. You can just put some things, like we've been talking about the whole time, put some things in place and give a person a chance. You know what I'm saying? And just help each other out. And then you always wonder why black people always snaking each other out, doing this and doing that and doing that. Man, people going to do that regardless. They've been doing this at the beginning of the time. Man.
Yeah, it ain't just black people.
People in general.
People in general. Cause I went to Target, right? I went to Target this weekend to go get an external hard drive and whatnot. Yo, like when these people, these suburban people feel some type of way about something, they put action to it.
Yeah.
They put action to it. They not playing. And we need to take notes from them. Cause listen, man, I walked in Target, they was protesting that ICE stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about beating on drums.
I see them on bikes. They was riding downtown.
Listen, they was sitting Indian style in Target. Mm-hmm. Refusing to go anywhere.
Can I ask you something?
What? It was lit.
I'm probably like a little bit slow to it. What Target gotta do ICE?
No. They just, you gotta understand, like it's a demonstration, so they are attacking these big corporates, corporate business entities. Okay. So you gotta understand, right, what was going on, like the whole dynamic, everything that's going on, right? See, this is another thing about black people. Like we had this conversation, like my grandma and them, right? So we was having a conversation. They was like, yeah, all these kids out here protesting, they looting and all that. I think they should be doing that. And I said, Grandma, you gotta understand, like they basically, she was against it. So I told her, I said, Grandma, this is reverse psychology. This is crazy about the people, but yeah. So I said, Grandma, Martin Luther King said, looting and protesting is the voice for the voiceless, right? And something in that line. I might have messed it up a little, but something in that line. And guess what? She accepted what I said. Why? Because it came from Martin Luther King.
But you know what's crazy though? Exactly like you said. But not just that. You gotta realize the Boston Tea Party, for example. Okay. That wasn't nothing but looting. Now look, they considered patriotic. Mm-hmm. You understand? I was joking earlier that Malcolm said, "Without blood shed." What he said? Dang, I had it earlier, but y'all know the saying.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta be an extremist. Like, you understand? Sometimes you gotta be an extremist. So when it come out to certain things, like if you know the judges and all that ain't right, least we could do is go vote. Cause if
get them out of office.
Cause if they felt like they was doing their community wrong,
they'd have been out of there.
They would have been in the courtroom. He getting out.
But you gotta think about it. That's why they be in those positions for so long, because they don't do their community wrong. They only get the people out of the way that's coming into their community that's trying to help pollute it or poison it, whatever the case may be. That's just like you going to what's that out of town spot a lot of people going at to go hustle and all that.
Scranton? No.
Not Scranton.
It's
like a little town.
They weigh all the rehab stuff.
Yeah, all the rehab, not Johnstown.
It's called my aunts done been out there.
Is it John? No, not Johnstown.
It's called
Johnstown's a big hub for CIs too, but no, not Johnstown.
Dang, I forgot what Williamsport,
legendary. So listen, right? People knew what to do. Like, yo, if you go out Williamsport, you gotta get an address out there, because they not gonna hit you that hard because you are a resident. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta understand what's going on. You're like, hold up. So they protected their areas, but right here we don't do that. We can scream free to the person. Oh, I ain't getting this. Bro, this so crazy, right? This is a new stuff that came about. The young boy the young individuals, right? They say, man, you put in a grievance that's rad. So if you write up a CO, right? But listen though, this is crazy though, right? It could be oppression, and it's oppression, right? They can say, because they make you sign up for the phone list. Like that's how you be able to get on the phone and all that. We get around it, but that's actually the order. You got to sign up. You got to be on that time. You can't get on the phone unless you want another slot or that's just your one and done. So you got certain CEOs that come in, and for some odd reason, whatever they went through, maybe she ain't cooked, she ain't give them no sexual pleasure, or whatever the case may be. Somebody ran him off the road. I don't know. He just woke up angry, or she just woke up angry. Whatever the case, I don't know. They come in the job and be on the block. So now they got control over 200, 100 and something men, right? And they can just be like, listen, if you ain't signed up for a certain slot, don't get on that phone. There's gonna be a write-up. So you got dudes like us, you be like, man, like, you crazy, or sir, you tripping? Like, this is a part of our sanity. Like, why would you come in and mess up something that's good? And you might got certain blocks where I'm talking about, ain't nothing going on. Dudes ain't fighting, they ain't stabbing each other, nothing. Everybody is working according to plan. Right. You see what I'm saying? Going in, you ain't really got to do no work. You ain't got to do no write-up. Like, when you go to CSCF and all that, they be like, some guards come and listen, I don't care what y'all do, just don't make me do no paperwork. Because if I do, all y'all going in. You dig what I'm saying? If y'all fight going to cell, just as long as I don't get caught up and I got to do no paperwork. But when you going up to these state judges, sometimes it's not like that. Some are, and some federal judges are, and they aren't, right? But at the same time, they had come in and be like, no, if you're not on this slot, you can't get on the phone, boom, boom, boom. And you sitting there, you like, whatever going through a person's head at that time, like, man, we can't get on the phone, man. Like, I would just argue with her, or I'm trying to get this cash app, or I'm trying to get this money sent, or I'm trying to be on my folks so they can send this money for my commissary. I want to get my commissary, or I want to get my cable cut on, or my cable bill paid for, whatever might be going on to help keep this man in the right place, some sanity, right, for this individual. And they come in and do some weird stuff when you can't get on the phone. You might got some dudes, this is another crazy thing about a lot of people too, like men are really like starting to be suckers. You got some dudes that'll stand there like, man, we ain't going for that, call the LT. Call the LT, we ain't going for that. So you telling me, bro, it been times when I was in there and they come in like, yeah, if you ain't signed up, don't get on. I'm talking about all the phones empty.
Facts.
But this is what they do though. If you on a block, a certain block, depending on what it is, because you got a lot of like chomos and things like that, child molesters or whatever the case may be, that might be on a unit now. They used to get treated, but it's not like that like it used to be. You see what I'm saying? So now they open them with welcome arms, they on the block. And some, even federal penitentiary, you gotta sign a contract. If you touch a certain person, you get 5 years, especially if you get a transgender, right? You get an extra 5 years in time in prison. But in the state, it's a little different, but they do got some rules and regulations that you gotta follow with these people being on the block. So whatever, you let them go ahead and do what they do. But you know, a lot of them bulls ain't got no support from their action, so they can't get on the phone. So the way they survive is by dudes like certain dudes that have something going on. So dudes that pay for like phone time and things like that, get them to sign up, get a slot. So you might get like 2 15 minutes, half an hour. You might get three slots straight, 45 minutes. You busting up, whatever the case may be, you chasing her, whatever the case may be, or you trying to handle business. And the guards notice, but they're coming like, I don't be seeing my kind on there. It might be more blacks and whites on the phone. You know, a lot of them Caucasians, they go to jail for touching. You know, they got a pocket, but that's what they be going to jail for. I'm not saying black people don't do it either, but a lot of Caucasians get in for that. But so these things will be going on, or they be like junkies and all that, be stealing, so they, you know, parents and all cut them off. Johnny, you done stole from me 1,000,000 times, man. You know, things like that. So they be like caught in a rough situation. Right? So they can sell their phone time just so they can get high, they can eat and things like that. So these guards see that, they come in with this mindset, no, ain't none of y'all getting on, da, 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 da. But if they con was on, talking about as far as their skin color, if they was on the phone, they wouldn't react like this. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, they put a lot of these things in place as far as the system and guards and whatever's going on to distract the people but hurt the people at the same time. And it's the same thing that be going on out here in the street. And unfortunately, a lot of us adopted. We adopted the same way. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we just got to open up our eyes and just be open mentally, open-minded to a lot of different things and try to change that, bro. Don't be selfish and naive and hatred and all that type of stuff and do something better. Met up with the war leader. So, this podcast, like it was explaining in little clips and whatever the case may be by my man Jovi Jaffa, he had put together for, it's about integrity and everything else. but also we put in the groundwork. So basically, this podcast platform is for us to put out, criticize, talk about positive solutions, what we think people should work on more, and try to inspire people to work on these things more and put their pride to the side and do what's need to be done and not complain about it. But also, we also put in the groundwork. So we met up with the ward leader. She's a older lady from in our area, and we sat down with her. She's very kind and nice. I'm not gonna say anything bad about her, or I didn't get no bad feelings and vibes and like that from her.
She was thorough. She was cool.
Yeah. So we sat down with her and just try to get a little gain from her. And right, so our main thing is like bridging the gaps, as far as politicians, organizations, or whatever the case may be, to try to help our community, but also inspire other people to tap in with these people in your community that might got these positions, or they gaining funds for your community. So you got a lot of organizations that might make hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars off your community, and not one person from your community work inside that organization, or the kids not participating in whatever activities they got in their community. So we're taking it upon ourselves to tap in with these people, right, and let them know, like, listen, man, we tired, and we want y'all to put back into the communities that you so-called serve. So we had a meeting with her. We had a sit down with her, meeting so we had sat down with her. And, we just gave her a little brief of our pitch, what we trying to bring to the table, what we trying to do. And she agreed upon what we were trying to do, and she said she took liking to our ideas and took liking to us as a person from that little brief time that we had met. And she also said that she's going to work with us.
It's heavy. So
right.
we got Ms. L on that now.
We got on
now
board.
It's about
the council number. So now we're trying to get the council number. I mean, he's somewhat like Hove. You know what I mean? You got to call it 100 different people to try to get you on their business.
So if any of y'all got a connection with him,
swing
it over here. Let him know we're trying to holler at him, man.
Talk
We're
to him,
just trying to better our situation, our community.
Yeah. Even if it's like for jobs. So like any of y'all that watch this podcast and see things, and you got any ideas, you can write comments or whatever the case may be, things you like, you dislike, and maybe we can talk about it, or we can correct it, or come to a common ground. But also, if you know anything as far as like job openings for certain people, help us out. Because we got a lot of dudes out here that don't have no job. And a lot of these dudes that don't have no job, or young individuals that don't have no job, these are the ones that's committing crime. These are the ones that's robbing, stealing, killing, hustling, and etc. But the thing is, if you don't give them alternative and an opportunity, you don't give them chances and opportunities,
you don't have no reason to speak.
You ain't got no reason to speak, because they're going to do the same thing over and over again, because at the end of the day, they hungry. They hungry. And like my man Dirty said, when his stomach touching his spinal cord and he hungry, he ain't think about no politics.
At all.
So these people getting money and taking this money and not putting back in the community, whatever the case may be, or not giving people the proper resources that they need, and this is why. And they saying like, oh, the resources there, but you gotta go look for it. Then when you go look for it, it's a bunch of different conditions that they have, or expectations that you gotta jump all these loops, knowing that a lot of us don't meet the criteria. They want you to have a 650. You know, majority of us ain't even got no credit. You talking about 650. Right, makes sense. Y'all know y'all went and did the mathematics on these neighborhoods, knowing if it's 100,000 people in that one neighborhood or that little area that you govern over, I know for sure, 60,000 of them done been in prison. I know for sure, 10 of them is just out there. And I know for sure, maybe 5,000 of them are working on their credit.
Nah, seriously.
So they do this for a reason, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah. It's
right?
Calculated.
Yeah, it's calculated.
Calculated. It's like they know what to do to make everybody get out their way. It's like,
or to make it harder. They don't make it get out their way, just make it harder so we don't have to do their job.
Like, you asking me to have a 650 credit score to live around here, to rent a house in this neighborhood.
But you got a job giving $13 hours.
But y'all paying $13 out. Nah, seriously, man.
That's real. By the time I get paid by weekly, that's
listen,
only enough to pay my phone bill.
Listen, man.
And I'm gonna get evicted.
Like, my little cousin hit me up the other day, and he was like, "Yo, I liked the podcast, but you gotta let him know how hard it is with living out here."
Yeah.
And he just now left his mother house and all that. And I was thinking about it, like, yo, people backs are really against the wall, like to a whole different level. Because even the fact that like we try and help people get jobs, help people and all that. But even with a job,
it's hard.
The cost of living and the cost of living on top of like just regular day-to-day stuff, like you young, you try and dress a certain way, I think
the cost of living keep going up.
But the wages, the pay rates ain't going up. But I also think that's because we get caught up into keeping up with the Joneses. That's what my aunts and them, my mom and them. Y'all trying to keep it up.
And also, you don't keep these people. You don't hold these people accountable.
Yeah.
Because you got everybody that's going like try to keep up with the Joneses. So you can think about the Willie Lynch letter, right? What he said about black people, which we can clearly see is going on. No. And you can think about everything else that people said about the case may be.
And epigenetics, like epigenetics is like people don't realize that's a real thing. Like people are still struggling from like slave mentalities, and it's embedded in their DNA. I know somebody.
That's why I said the last podcast is embedded in us that we distrust.
That's true. That's like
that's a part of the
like that's a scientific fact that like the traumas of your mothers and fathers get passed on to you and stuff like that. Because I know some people that's hard as nails. They'll punch you dead in the face, but when they come to them folks,
them police,
they
back down.
They
back down.
You understand? Police. They scared to start any type of conflict with those folks. Not just like, you understand. It's a passive aggressive nature.
But that's a gene that skipped, because the Black Panthers definitely was trying to hold it down for the people. And you have other people that was trying to hold it down.
That's because they enlighten themselves and they educate themselves.
They seen them boys get killed and said, "Listen, I told you not to play with them."
They scared them boys straight.
They scared the majority of the people.
Speaking of the Black Panthers and all that, I like that Black Lion Party thing. I like it. I'm not like, I don't know nothing about Main Man. I don't care that for everybody that's like, oh, he was a blood. I don't care. If he was from Philly, he'll be repping the block. Same thing, bro.
Oh, you got caught in a late night doing something that you wasn't supposed to be doing. If somebody put that out there, you get mad.
Yeah, like exactly. That. I respect anybody trying to make a change, man. I don't care if they used to be a blood. I don't care if they a blood. I don't care what
like,
they got.
What does that mean though? Like, I used to be a child. Am I supposed to still act like one?
Yeah, like I'm still a child.
I want.
Like grow up.
So it'll make me respect you more if I see your growth. Like, you understand? I respect my brothers. Keep them to a high standard because I respect their growth. Like, we are grown men now. Exactly. We don't think like grown men. I'm just saying for all the people that's like talking crazy about man, stop it, man. Boy doing more for our community than some people that live there their whole lives.
But then they get drawn though, because then you got dudes like our president Donald Trump grabbing chicks by the, you know what I mean?
And they wrote on their
he's still doing it.
What we not gonna do? What? Let's talk about the good brother Donald.
Hey, listen. I semi-bangs with Trump.
But not all this I get him. I don't know what's going on.
Listen, now he talk about what, like everything they doing.
No. I'm saying though, he's trying to protect them. That's a whole different
I'm trying. Listen,
that boy hilarious. Your mom gonna grind him up after she hear this one.
Because what? Democrat.
She got
no. Because you know why?
And then you gonna take up for Donald Trump?
No. Because honestly, I'm cool with all y'all. All y'all politicians. I don't got nothing to say bad about none of y'all, right?
I mean, they liars, man.
Nah, I don't got nothing
Most
to say
of them
bad.
liars.
Listen, no, because
You say
listen.
don't
They lie for a living.
This is why we staying away from that. This is why we staying away from that, right? I feel like I'm gonna stay away, and we all should. Because guess what? We still need them. Listen, right?
No. We not saying, right? We not saying like speak out bad about him, go against him. We saying that.
No, he started talking about Trump grabbing him. No,
he was groping girls.
No.
It's a known fact. You be out there snapping. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But no, we saying as in hold up. We saying as in what you say?
He's all scared.
That's what he was doing.
But listen, though, we talking about holding them accountable.
Yeah.
Right? But we saying as in allow us to get above these these criteria that y'all putting in place, knowing that a lot of us are drowning due to us not being caught up or not investing or not messing with credit or us not being in a position where we got good jobs and things like that, because it's hard. And you have to understand that, like I was saying before, you got some jobs that's paying $13 an hour.
No,
Pennsylvania is one of the states that didn't want to raise minimum wage. And you see what I'm saying? They still don't. But you got the cost of living went up. You got to think about right in the hood where 5 people that got killed on the corner, you gonna pay $2,400, $2,000 a month. That don't even make sense. I'm paying you taxes. I'm talking about the police department to protect my neighborhood. I call you and say, yo, but not me personally, but a person call you and say, yo, man, they hustling on the corner, block, boom, boom. They come through, all right, y'all guys, go off the corner, let these be keep it pushing. But let something that we know that just happened out here around this way, this white woman or this white man say, oh my God, this is going on, boom, boom. I'm talking about not only the police department, SWAT coming out.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and the crazy thing about it, it's black people that's on the police department that's jumping for this stuff. But not even jumping for your own crime.
You know what's crazy?
You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm gonna openly say this, but our police chief, that's our police chief, the lady that said, I'm all.
Who you talking about, standing against ISIS?
Yeah.
No, that's the sheriff.
That's the sheriff. All right, I don't know what she is. But
I'm talking about Rochelle.
I'm all for ISIS. I don't think they need to go nowhere. This land is stolen anyway. Right? This land was stolen anyway. This joint open. Immigrants built this country. Some of us the harder way. Some of us got kidnapped.
No, but some
of us came on our own. I'm all with it, right?
But you know how I look at it now, right? Not to cut you up. You know how I look at it now? The people that they said was indigenous or originally over here, they're trying to come back over here and they trying to kick them out. The same way you came over here and committed genocide and fed the people and sickened the people and then kicked them out their own country.
For sure. But my
they trying to keep that balance.
Nah.
So you said that's cool for them to stay over?
I don't have
he don't like it because he said he's taking all the job.
No,
this is their excuse.
I never said that. That ain't what I said.
He was just in the hood not too long ago, like, man, who all these new niggas?
No. When I say I don't like nobody new, I come from a tight knit community. We don't need no new faces. That's why all things changing and we getting all this bad energy. So no. Shout out to all the new people. Y'all cool. How y'all change the whole subject? Nah, my whole thing was I looked at how she said over them. They wanted all the smoke.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna keep it 100. As a black man, that hurted my feelings. Cause my friend got shot in the back. Y'all didn't want all the smoke. I ain't see one person come out. You understand?
Rest in peace, Mill.
Rest in peace to my homie. Shot in the back. That cop still working. In his back. Died later on in jail from complications.
Mm-hmm.
You want all the smoke for somebody that illegally, I don't got no problem with them being here. But they illegally came here.
Yeah, they don't like us.
Yeah, I think people are allowed to dislike who they want to for whatever reason they want to, as long as you don't disrespect me.
No, they
You don't gotta
disrespect
like me.
No, they disrespect you. Just don't understand their language.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
They
But
disrespect you.
what I'm saying is,
Yeah,
it hurt my
kill you.
feelings as a taxpaying citizen
Yeah.
to know, as a person that was born in this country, that came here the right way. No, I ain't even got here the right way. My ancestors slaves, but for the people that went through all that and fought for rights and all that, the reason you able to do what your job, it really hurt my feelings that you wanted all the smoke about that, but I ain't never seen none of y'all get on camera and say y'all wanted all the smoke when black people was getting shot by cops. I didn't see none of that. I ain't see none of that.
Cause it's their own.
You know.
They can't go against their own.
You know,
See, ISIS is not a part of what
They're
they
not
got
part
going
of
on.
them, so it's like.
So it's easy for them to say,
Yeah.
man,
we want to smoke with y'all.
that's
But you gotta think about it, they didn't
That's
really
good.
say nothing until a Caucasian lady was killed.
Yeah, but I'm all for like standing for ISIS, or what stands like F-ICE and all that. I ain't with them taking. But I'm just saying 750. That's sending somebody home. That's sending somebody home. That ain't ratting. I'm sending a nigga home for 750.
Ain't no. We stay laughing about it. You out of pocket though. You know you out of pocket.
See, I'm torn. I don't know how to feel. Like I feel for them. But 750, I'll send a nigga home, man. Shit hard. Then you got y'all talking about, y'all want all the smoke for, man, listen, y'all ain't want smoke for my friend. Y'all didn't want smoke for none of, y'all don't even care about the community. Y'all don't want smoke for nothing else, but y'all want, I seen them taking pictures of the people. And I'm pretty sure if y'all had that same type of energy for us, all this looting that happened earlier, if y'all had that same energy for us, our community, it wouldn't have been no looting.
Yeah.
If y'all would have stood with us the same way y'all stand with them immigrants, which I don't have no problem with them, it wouldn't have been no looting in this community. It wouldn't have been, and let's keep it 100. I ain't promoting it, but ain't no businesses that invest into this community or do for this community. Listen,
No.
his
None of
sister
these
got a
joints on the
business.
avenue or none of that.
Nah, some of the drones on the avenue got touched
No. What I'm saying is though, they don't do nothing
for the community.
For the
Like
community.
it don't. When somebody spend $1 million a year, these Chinese stores on our corner. I know for a fact that 10th Street done made millions in this neighborhood.
All these rooms.
Yeah, millions.
Or you want some
Ain't-
Asian
y'all-
stores and
yeah.
Hispanic stores.
Listen, y'all can't do a book bag drive. That's gonna hurt y'all.
Can I ask y'all one question though? Have
What
you
we
ever
do?
see Chinese store restock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They took all them cats that was running around and all that.
I really
never
did
seen
though.
this
No, because living on Alder Street, bro, I done seen
The
them.
truck pull up and they bring the stuff
Not
back?
the truck. They real.
Trash full, pull up.
Listen,
They go get it, come back.
They go to Chinatown. They put it in because they all drive the BMW, the like Jeep joint. I forgot exactly. Like my old head got one of those. Shout out to Elvis. He got one of them joints. Like the BMW Chinese bull joint. That joint nice inside. But yeah, all of the Chinese stores got the same Beamer. I ain't gonna lie. But they pack that joint. They go to Chinatown, pack that joint up. None of them get back to the community. And it's crazy because they are part of the community. Listen, them right there,
No.
me and Shorty like the same age. I watch her grow up. I watch her go to college, come back, go find her a boyfriend or whatever.
We
Yeah.
watch from the grandparents to the kids. They grew up.
Oh yeah, Lehigh.
Little
Yeah.
ones, they grew up.
And
then they got a little one back
and
there.
we helped them feed their family for years,
Okay.
and they never not once said,
Uh-huh.
let's give out some pens to the neighborhood. Not even a pen. The kids going back to school, not even a pen. Let's do it. You can't tell me they ain't make like 5, 6. million, 7 million, 8 million. Now I'm talking about most Chinese stores. I know for a fact make $1 million a year.
Yeah, bro, it can't. I don't think it's not.
Y'all can't take 5,000 out y'all pocket and say, oh, let's give back to the community.
And just have a little drive.
Let's have a little drive. I watch his sister. His sister got a hair shop on the avenue.
Oh, you about to put out this.
She don't. I'm pretty sure she don't make as much as the Chinese store, but she give out every year. Shout out to Creek.
Oh, so that means go support her.
Yeah, that mean go support her.
Yeah.
And it don't be on social media all crazy, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Like
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but
it's
genuine. and
promo.
things like
But
that,
I'm
so
gonna just say it's
got different
super
outlets.
genuine.
Yeah, people got different outlets on it.
Yeah,
Genuine, social
you
media.
know, but it be love. So go support her, cause ain't too many businesses.
But even like you got other like organizations. They got this joint called what's that joint called? Lavish or something like that. The Muslim sisters. They be paying for women to go to school.
I forget that job.
LeVar.
Oh, I seen
It's on
that.
social media. I might not see your name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But they helping people go to school. Sisters go to school.
Nah, that's what's
Donate.
up. Nah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that, but that right there is like a part of uplifting, assisting, and helping, and whatever the case may be, to put a person in a better position.
Facts. And that shit. I think
We need an open market too.
when you reach a certain level of success, I think it's very important that you reach back to your community and help out your community.
Yeah.
I think that's very important. Wallow do a lot for the community. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I could give you 10 grand to start your own business. That's not putting you in position. That's just me investing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But putting you in position is giving you the same things that I got.
Same tool.
That I'm starting, same resources, everything. But I can give you 10 grand, but you gotta use your own resources.
Yeah, your own brand. That's just like people talk about. You know, it's big though. They be talking about, yo, I'm giving y'all the game on. It ain't LLCs. It's corporations. It ain't corporation. It's trust. It ain't this. It's building a portfolio and having certificates and boom, boom, boom. You make it seem so easy when you talking about it, right? But you're not recording anything of you actually showing the steps,
The whole process.
or what to say. Some things that when you go in them banks and you go into certain people, you gotta know how to talk. You gotta know what to say. You gotta not even know how to talk, but you gotta make them believe you know what you're talking about.
And sometimes
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all that really like it matters. It counts. Like you know, like some people might be like, yeah, I got an LLC, but your address. People don't really put you on. You have a virtual address. You know what I'm saying? To make it seem like you're incorporated this and the third for you to get that funding. Or your personal credit got to be a certain amount, and whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain things you might tell them, but a person like, oh, why such and such said X, Y, Z. And these be like the mogul people, right? People look up to for whatever reason is. And then they be like, oh, that such and such said X, Y, Z, boom, boom, boom. Then they go in and they get shut down. Then they be like, you can see them like on TikTok or something. Yeah, but I did that. But what about this? I did that, and but what about this? Oh, I did that, and what about this? You see what I'm saying? So it's like you're giving half the game. That's my own personal view. But you're giving out half the game instead of walking the people through it.
You're right. The character.
Yeah, like I went to I went to Truist Bank. I was talking to XYZ. I was talking to XYZ in the bank. Whoever this person is, whatever position they might got. I was talking to XYZ and she or he was putting me on this, that, and the third. I mean, certain things you can't really like put out there because you have to protect the person's job and things like that. They get fired due to corporate and all that type of stuff. But it's like, yeah, this is this. So if a person is going through this phase and these things are blocking whatever you trying to get accomplished, this is this. So if you got this, you go about it like this. It's called boom, boom, boom. Right. Certain banks do it. This bank do it. This bank do it. This bank do it. So you have some people that really explain it very well and give you the ins and outs on what's what. But you got a lot of people that just tell you little things. And you're like, all right, but how do I actually start it? And how do I stay consistent as time go on? Because you got to build that. So then you're talking to, you trying to encourage people that's getting $13.50 an hour, $14 an hour, $15, $16 an hour, maybe $18 an hour, and they rent $2,000,
Yeah.
and not even exempting these other expenses as far as food, gas, electric, and if they got children and things like that, or transportation, you got a car, you got to get back and forth with a person leasing or whatever the case may be, or a person got to get on a bus and things like that. So these things are not added in. You see what I'm saying? Like sometimes it takes a person that's in that type of struggle with you and that raised above that to give you step by step what they did. And sometimes it's just like pulling back on your vices. A lot of us got vices. We want to drink, smoke, things like that. So we understand that area too. But you just gotta take a step back and see. Listen, let me cut it out a little bit because I'm trying to reach above the average. You know, whatever the case may be. So it's like a lot of that stuff plays a part. So we gotta like focus on that. Like, you know, not trying to blame or point the finger. Yeah, certain people might say some things that's we don't agree with, but that's that person. And on top of that, these people still want to buy into whatever they talking about. They funny, they doing this, they doing that, they giving back, they doing X, Y, Z, they doing X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, right? But you still got the majority struggling. And the majority that's struggling is what? Making these people rich.
That's the crazy part. Yeah, nah, that's the
That's
fact.
real rag.
The way these people come up is through the poor. That's like.
But you gotta think about, like, even for instance, right? Tyler Perry, whatever he got, the little crazy stuff he got going on, so we don't touch on his topic too much. But what he did was he was a homeless man there. When he raised above the odds, he went and bought slave land, and then built a film production on that land and gave a lot of people opportunity. I mean, I'm not saying everything was peaches and cream and everything, but you see what I'm saying? Like what he did for Atlanta. Like you gotta look at like a lot of things. Even when the boys get on there, they talking about they trying to protect their honor from whatever wrong they might have did as far as the street. Them people really stick together and they really help each other out. Not saying that the people ain't messed up out there. Right. It is. They out there doing a lot of scheming and scamming. Because y'all think they ain't, but they out there doing a lot of scheming and scamming. But at the same time, they still look out for each other in some type of way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I think I was having a conversation with my wife earlier, and I'm like, a person can have $150,000, bro. You know what he gonna do with it? Buy clothes, cars, gonna do everything to make himself feel better and stunt. But he'd have 10 people around him to protect him. So people like, yeah, we can't touch him because he got 10 people around him. But all them 10 people starving. How do that add up? Where he could have took this $150,000, created a corporation, made jobs, and put these boys in place, even if he made them his security or whatever the case may be, right? You could have put these individuals in positions. You could have started a program, whatever the case may be, and just made them staff or whatever. Or I just need y'all to make sure you hold this joint down for taking kids home. You can drive. You could come up with a van service and you drive the kids home and make sure they get safe and things like that. But we got programs and things like anything. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of us don't care, and that would it be. It'd be like selfishness all the way through the board. It'd be like you just being selfish until you can't be selfish. And when I say you can't be selfish is when you know you ain't like that and you want XYZ around you to protect you. And there's a lot of those going around. You see what I'm saying?
No,
so when them boys be coming out on the block to the dice game, when I was growing up and they was getting trumped and talked about crazy until don't get caught next to the alleyway, you might get knocked out and all this other stuff. Or these boys get robbed right then and there. I understood. Not saying like that was cool or nothing like that, but I understood something that was going on, where frustration came from, and how people looked at it. They like, when a lot of dudes that move out for it, they like, man, you never do nothing for us.
The thing about communism is everybody living on one same playing field.
Yeah.
Like no one's like they don't believe in what we call this here.
Classes and all that.
Not even classes.
Democracy?
Like, not democracy. It's like the thing where monopolization. Like you understand? Like my son always say, I'm a communist. What's yours is mine. What's mine is yours. No one starves amongst the
Each
people
other,
amongst each other.
Yeah.
So like Cuba was ran by the Communist Party. Like they believe in that. Like it's darn near like, oh, I got a doctorate, so I make this amount. and you're beneath me. Like, you understand? But y'all making the same amount. Like, y'all, like,
Yeah.
so it's like
No person above the next.
yeah.
I understand that. That's why I said, like, I think it's like a little off because.
But it's similar, like you.
No, it fits in the topic, but I'm saying though it's a little off. I'm not saying like if I got 150,000, I want y'all to be equal, equivalent with me. I'm not saying or allow y'all to be equal, equivalent with me, but I'm saying though put y'all in a position where y'all don't have the same struggles, or we not all having the same struggles where I gotta keep coming and asking for help and things like that because I'm putting you in a position to take care of what you got going on with your family, and hopefully it's going to branch out. That's why I said this one individual can turn something into a corporation. So it's more advanced, more bigger, it's more wider.
And it can give everybody an opportunity and place you in a better opportunity than the opportunity you already got.
Yeah, because America is not built off of that. America is built off of making money off of other people's back. Yeah. And rich being rich.
And the poor being poor. Alright, so cause I already told my sister I'm going out like Brorilla. I don't get none of them tax money. I done sent her the Instagram and all that.
You told her sister?
Yeah, I'm going out to watch. I'm gonna be on there talking crazy about this shit. I ain't getting none of that tax money. You don't love your own brother. You was up. I know you got 2 kids. You came up.
Exactly. A part of the 4 podcast was talking to Rami Holden and, just uplifting him and just giving him a platform so where he can talk. And there's going to be more people from inside of prison that we're going to tap into that we're trying to help uplift them. Put their face out there and let them know a little bit about their story and how they became from this ignorant, how they became from a boy to a man. And how they had, one point in time, they was ignorant, and now they are enlightened by what's going on in life as far as their educational part and viewing the culture or the streets or their negativity from their eyes as of how they are now and not how they was before, because a lot of it was what we didn't know, we was misinformed, and whatever else came under that put us in bad predicaments, survival or whatever the case may be. And they have a greater understanding, and these individuals have great minds where they want to create programs for the youth. They want to create jobs for people. They want to help uplift each other, or they want to help people with other resources or whatever resources they have, so they can be in the same boat or a boat that's similar where they're making some money and things like that, and they're not putting themselves in harm's way, or they're not destroying the community, or they're not helping people go to prison and things like that. They want to help people be able to go to their kids' graduations. They want to help people be able to take their children to parks and play with them and have that sense of happiness and things like that. So we definitely gonna try to open that up and get that to y'all soon. If possible. Ramadan coming up, so we're not gonna really be active as much. I know I ain't. So you're gonna have Dirty and Jove here. Maul might participate. I might participate sometimes, depending on what the topic is, what we talking about, things like that. But we have to be careful as far as the things that we speak about during the month of Ramadan. Not just the time frame of us fasting, but overall in that month. We trying to better ourselves. But we also not just trying to better ourselves. We trying to better ourselves for ourselves. And also better ourselves for our families and our communities and things like that, so we can learn how to channel our anger and be more focused on the end goal, which is success and things like that, as far as paradise and other cases may be. So we're trying to tap in that mode too, but we also still trying to help the people out, right? And like I said before, if y'all know anything for the people that are watching our channels and watching our platform, if you know anything as far as like jobs, if you in the Philadelphia area, jobs or information as far as free libraries that's helping people out, or organizations that's helping people out to get with money if that's a necessity, their license or a state ID, or just giving people a chance and an opportunity. We appreciate if you put it in our comments or reach out to us if you know it personally.
Definitely. Thank Thank y'all for tuning in
What we doing?
to what we doing. We holler at y'all, man.
See y'all next time.